Okay, time to get into an older, so-called older expansion for Hero Quest. Now, last week was the Against the Ogre Horde, which is the most recent one. So this one is, as you can see, Prophecy Telor. Of course, like the box is actually kind of shiny and everything. So like, and that's the front of it. Of course, like we're immediately opened up like with the actual quest book. So like most quest books, you actually get like 14 quests or whatever. So like immediately give like an example of the alchemist shop, as you can see, with like all the different potions. So of course, like a lot of them like are kind of like corresponding to other expansions as well. So but like this one is designed so that way if you bought just this one, you have like access to these potions that you can, as you can see, you can buy. And of course, you can also get them as like when you're searching for treasure, as like random treasure and everything. So, and of course, it actually gets into like the background for like Zargon's eyes only there. So like I won't necessarily get into that. So that way, like people actually have like for just Zargon only, so they can be surprised. So this actually gets into like an actual like rules and like actually how you play it and everything. So that way, it gives you like a rundown of the actual expansion. Of course, as you can see, like it gets into like the actual quests next and everything. So, and like after like the quests and everything, it does have the conclusion that like you read from like a mentor who's like your, in a sense, like advisor. So back also gets into like the spell scrolls that are at least in here in this expansion. So like and it gives a little like idea of like the stuff that like the artifacts from like the actual base system as well. So like I said, this one's actually like 13 quests and everything. So now we can actually get into like the actual like card, the box and cards themselves. So like this is actually where like the halfling warlock, a new character, is introduced. So like you can see like the little girl halfling warlock. The one of their abilities they have is actually like the demon form that they can shift into. So like for instance, pulling out like the little monsters and everything. So the actual halfling warlock you see, and then like the actual demon form. So you can kind of like reminiscence of like the gargoyle. So that's what this ability does. You also have the ability of fear. Leave it up there for people to read real quick. You can also pause it. Of course, you also got like dark wings for another ability, and of course, like you also got the wand, that main attack form for the actual halfling. So now we actually got like the potion cards that like you see in the handbook, quest book. So like the different potions, and of course like they're pretty much common to like most, if not all, the expansions and the actual game, core game. So, and of course like we got the little like card here saying what that actually is, and of course now we actually have like artifacts and equipment. So like that's what like the potions are, is actually equipment. And so like the artifacts you see are those like spell scrolls that like were in the quest book. So like you got the rock skin, lightning bolt, water of healing, and heal body. So like what's great about when like these spell scrolls were like first introduced in like Return of the Witch Lord and Keller's Keep, they were great in that like it could in a sense increase the spell capacity of the characters, like in the traditional Hero Quest, the elf and the wizard. Of course, now with all the expansions, like with the wandering monk, with the good old warlock here, you also got the druid and other like magic casting classes. They can also like use it too. So this one comes like, as you can see, comes with your translucent orange dice. So like you get like what's cool about the expansions when you get more like dice like this is like you'll actually have like enough dice for, or you could have enough dice for your characters and Zargon, so you don't necessarily have to all share. So like this one, like with the monsters and everything, so like you have like the translucent monsters. So it gives like a good old orange translucent one, so you can kind of have like a different type of character monsters. So like I mean, it's still like the same monsters that you find in the actual other books and everything. So like and on the back, of course, you can see like it shows like how much you get of each, like the skeleton zombies and like the orcs and like of course the abomination. You see the warlock, her demon form, goblins, the chaos knight, and of course like the actual like a gargoyle and mummies. So like it gives like a nice good picture of like the stuff that you actually get, and it goes into actual detail here on the back on what this whole expansion is all about and everything. So this is what the whole Prophecy of Telor expansion is all about. So like it just gives you different types of like kind of like these nice translucent monsters and everything. So like it's able to, you can differentiate. If you were to like run like a campaign, you could sit there and have like different monsters, like you could in a sense use these to differentiate between, like maybe you're using like a special orc or something, and you could use these to differentiate between the different the regular orc and like the special orc that you're using or whatever. So that's what's cool about like this, is that like it just with being an expansion, it definitely does give you a nice decent expansion onto the Hero Quest, so game system. So now honestly, like theoretically you could use just the actual base game itself and do your own homebrew adventures as well, but like what's great about these is like they're already pre-made quests and everything. So this, as you can see, is the actual Prophecy of Telor expansion quest pack. So as you can see, it's usually for like ages of 14 plus. I was first introduced to like the when Hero Quest first came out, like in '89. It was probably like in '92, '93 or so when I was first introduced to it, as like probably like 11 or 12. So that's when I was first introduced to Hero Quest, and I only had the like as a kid, I only played through like the base game and Return of the Witch Lord. So like all these expansions, I've always been kind of like, once I saw that they came out with this again, and all these expansions, like it's like kind of one of those things where it's like, oh, have to get and everything. So this is definitely worth getting. So like now you can get these offline, but like I'm big on like being able to support your local gaming system, gaming store. So if you have the chance to get these from your gaming store, definitely. But also, like I said, you can get these off of Amazon and everything. So like I think it ultimately depends on whatever you prefer. So this is just the showcase, a quick video to showcase this expansion, so that way people have an idea before they go in and be able to get it. So that's why I always do these and everything, so people have an idea before they go and buy and everything. So this one, like I said, is the Prophecy of Telor, and next week I'll be getting to the Spirit's Queen, the Torment of the Spirit Queen, the last expansion that I'll be getting into before moving on to back onto the Pathfinder kick.